So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new series that we're going to be starting today regarding eFootball 2022. All right. So the other day I put out a bit of a post on YouTube asking you guys, what do you want to see? And there was a lot of people saying Master League and Dream Team was pretty much the two favorites there. Now I will still try and keep the Master League going, folks, but you've also got to remember that, PES 21 now is such an outdated game. There's not really anyone searching for it. And, Dream Team and eFootball right now is the big thing. That's where everyone's playing and going for. And I need to stay relevant. So what I've done is the following, okay? This video is pretty much just to get things going and give you guys an idea of what we're going to be doing. I've created a brand new Steam account, okay? So as you can see, judging by my team, I have absolutely no one in this squad. We are starting from the bottom, folks, all right? But what we're going to be doing is rebuilding Manchester United. So the whole purpose of this playthrough, okay, is to purchase Man United players. So we'll go through. Now, the likes of Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, they're going to take some time to get. And to be honest with you, by the time we even may have the funds to go for Ronaldo, he may not even be at Man United, judging on whether he leaves at the end of the season or not. And that's the beautiful thing about this playthrough is if Man United buy players, we can go in there and start buying them ourselves and then level them up. So we're not going to use any real money, okay? This is all going to be done through GP, which, as you can see right now, if you go over to contract, we have 152,000. This is pretty much what I was given when I booted up the game. I got like 120,000 from the admin, and then there was a few other fixes where they gave you free GP. So that's just money that's been given to me. Then what we're going to be doing is buying the players, all right? So this really gives us a chance because if we go to someone like, well, not to someone, but if we go to a team, Man United, right? For instance, that's not right. Here it is, okay? We'll go to Manchester United. But the purpose of this playthrough, folks, is we are going to start like someone like Savage, for instance, right? We can start leveling these players up and just see how good these players can evolve. And we'll use this team online, offline. Doesn't really matter whether we play against the AI or we play against people online. I'm going to be using this team and slowly and surely rank them up. It's going to be a challenge. We will start on regular settings. I'm not going to be playing on manual, but as this team improves, I might switch it up to manual to make it even more of a challenge. But I think to start with, this isn't going to be easy. So players like David De Gea, etc., we're not going to be able to buy him outright. If I spend 120,000 GP right now, I'm done. I've only got 30,000 left. So we're going to have to be really smart about the players that we start with. It's going to be really, really bad, but the purpose of this as well is because I know you guys like seeing me frustrated at times. Well, this is going to happen because I'm not going to be using the superstars, right? The Etos that people are getting, obviously, and the other team that I have, which is just stacked. Well, it's not stacked, but I've got a pretty good team. So we're going to start this playthrough today and just go through here. And players like Ilanga, he's cheap. Definitely whack him into the team. But the first thing we have to do is ideally find a manager. Now, I tried finding Ten Hag, by the way. He isn't in the game. So I can't use like the new manager coming into the mix. They've only got all these, Dutch managers. But if you actually go to the Eredivisie, right, and you go to Ajax, done. You've got Boer as the manager, which isn't right. I don't really know why that's happening, unless this is meant to be Ten Hag, and they've just got the name wrong, but that doesn't make sense. So I don't really know what to do about a manager. I know we're going to need someone, and the problem of actually getting Ralf Rangnick right now is he's going to cost us quite a bit. That doesn't work, does it? No, it doesn't, because you've got the Netherlands. Get rid of the Netherlands. Just do that as none. Perfect. So if we go to Manchester United, you can see Ralf Rangnick right now is 110,000. All my money's going to be gone, folks, so we can't get him straight off the bat. That's not going to be a wise choice. So, yeah, if we do go back to the actual game plan, obviously it's trying to walk me through the whole tutorial thing here. Yes, I know. This is the manager we have, and he's diabolical. He's not great, to be honest. We'd have to obviously think about a formation and lineup. So what I'm going to do is start getting some players. But first of all, I'm going to pick a formation and maybe some sort of a manager just to get things going. Because it's not going to be a good start otherwise. It'll be very, very pathetic because the managers, you need somewhat of a good manager to at least give you a little bit more oomph. But it doesn't matter because we are starting off fresh and, you know, anything can happen. So I'm going to pick a lineup. Now, we can change this accordingly. You guys are going to get involved in this because if you think there's a good formation or whatever that's wise and smart, any kind of play styles, etc., let me know and we can always tweak and change it. But the idea here is to get the Man United team, and if Man United start buying players in real life, guess what? We'll buy them as well. If Man United sell players in real life, which they're going to do a lot of, I'm going to sell them as well. So, thinking about it, players like like Lingard or even Rashford might be going, Martial, those types of players I'm not even going to buy. I'm only going to buy the players to start with that I know are going to be in a red shirt come the start of next season. You know, I'll get the old Ten Hag on the blur and ask him who's going to be going. Like Harry Maguire, do we even buy him to start with? Probably not. We'll probably go for a different back line, some younger players and try and evolve them. So what I'm going to do is figure out some sort of a formation and then we'll dive into picking the players. So I'm going to slice and dice up the rest of this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts about this. And I just think this would be a good, fun way to do something fresh with Manchester United on a new game. And I'm really excited to see how we can level up some of these players because they're so young and there could be a lot of potential with them. So without further ado, let's get this going. All right, folks, so the first thing we're going to do, all right, we're going to get Elanga because Elanga will fit obviously well into our system. Now, depending on what formation we are going to play, which ultimately I'm thinking probably a 4-3-3 just because Elanga is a left winger and we've got Shishaya. I know how to say his name. Still can't get it right. I mean, it looks like Shortire, right? But it's not. It's mental. But he's obviously a right midfielder and also got a right winger and can play left wing. And we are ultimately going to be using a lot of the youth players to start with. We're just not going to have the GP, as I said, to be able to buy, you know, the top players at United. Well, is there any top players at United apart from Ronaldo, really, to be honest? And David De Gea, who had a great season. But other players, yeah, we can't go too crazy. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to snap up Elanga. He's going to be our first purchase. There we go. So 5,000 GP. Now, as we know, though, folks, the form for these players is not going to be great. Because Man United as a whole, just, you know, they can't get any kind of form going, so there's no consistency. But whatever, it is what it is. That's the purpose of this playthrough. It's going to be a grind. It's not going to be easy. But I think this is a fun little way of just kind of enjoying Dream Team and a different style. Playing with the lesser players instead of playing with all the OP players all the time. So Elanga's going to be snapped up. So we've got ourselves a left winger. Now, if we do go for a 4-3-3, then obviously Shishaya is going to be a key player as well. But we're also going to need some players at the back. Now, we've got to remember the GP is not going to be in our favor here. So, if we go for a goalie, and we could just narrow this down, actually, if we start with a keeper in goal, these are our options. We could go for a very cheap Grant for around 4,900. I think Henderson and David De Gea are going to be out of reach for the time being. I don't want to spend more than, I'd say, 10,000 on a player right now. So, let's go for Heaton. Ridiculous that we're going to put him in the team. But we're going to give Heaton a go. I think him versus Grant, you probably favour Mr. Heaton. I mean, they're both pretty old, 35 years of age. But I don't know, though. It's because it's one of those. It's like how... As soon as we get the funds for Henderson, like we put him in the squad. So do we just go Grant at 60, 68 rated, 4,900? I mean, he's on a rating of C. Let's have a look what Heaton's on. Don't know because I pressed the wrong button. Let's have a look. He's also on a C. I mean, is there that much difference between them? You've got a 72 on the kicking power, which isn't really relevant. You've got 67, 68, 69, 69. And when you look at Grant, you've got 69. His parrying is not the best. I'm going to go for Grant, actually. I'm going to go for the cheaper option to start with. Who would have thought we'd be signing Grant to go in goal for Manchester United? But you got to think strategically here, folks. So, yeah, we'll stick Grant in between the sticks. And we'll rank them up, and I think that's going to be the fun part about this, is ranking these players up, seeing how well they can. We might even find out there's some absolute beasts in this game that we don't know about. Right, let's go for a centre-back. So these are the options we have. We've got Hardley. I hardly even know him, to be honest. We've got Mr. Fish. We've got Jones, Bay, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and Varane. Now, obviously, as we know, Varane's going to be no way in the budget. Maguire, not even worth thinking about. So, to start with, I think we're going to have to go Jonesy just to give us some sort of respect back there. I mean, Mr. Fish, oh, blimey, it's not great, is it? It's not, but all right, let's go for Jones. I mean, even Eric Bailly might be leaving. And if these players, remember, folks, if these players leave in the summertime, I'm going to get rid of them. So we're going to keep this United squad as up to date as we possibly can, depending on the GP that we do have. So let's go ahead and we'll buy Jones. We're going to have to do it. Lovely. So we are now down to, what, 134,000. At least we got some GP, otherwise this would be disastrous and I would have no players to get at all. I wanted to have some sort of a platform to base the team around, so there we go. Mr. Jones has been added, and look at him. Looks fantastic. And he's in a Man United shirt, so that's realistic. All right, so that's a centre-back done. I don't think we're going to go 2 centre-backs for now. We are just going to literally go probably one position or one player per position just to get a feel for it. But the problem is these players. Like, I don't want to spend 32,000 on Telles, let alone 70,000 on Luke Shaw. All right, next, let's move on. Right, let's go for the right back, see what we have. Any more options? Right, Dalot at 18,000 is far more better than what we could do. So we'll go ahead and pick Dalot over Wan-Bissaka, and we'll certainly look to improve him as well. So that's going to be 18,000. And there he is, the Portuguese man. Diogo Dalot, a 3-star, a whopper. All right, so he has been added into the equation. There he is, looking like an absolute baby face with no legs. I don't know why they don't... See, I don't understand why they've cut the image there. You know? Like, give him some legs or just move him down because he looks ridiculous. All right, moving on. Let's go DMFs. Let's see what we have on the cards here. Now, this is where someone like Savage, obviously Robbie Savage's son, could be quite interesting. Matic, I don't even know if Matic is going to be around. And McTominay, no chance. I'm spending 47,000 on Scotty McTotty. Now, the good thing about someone like Savage is the fact that he is got high levels. He goes up to a 57, as much as his stats are pathetic to start with. He is very, very cheap. Nemanja Matic, on the other hand, a little bit more pricey, 22,000. But then again, you do need a little bit of an anchor man. I think I'm going to skip the DMF for now. Right, let's move into centre midfielders. I'm not doing this on a whim, folks. We're going to think about these decisions before we do them, because when you look at the centre midfielders, we've got Zidane, another player. I mean, he goes up to 61. I'd love to see the potential of what this guy can do. Then we've got Fred at 32. There's no way I'm spending that on Pogba. And by the way, Pogba as well might not be around next season, and he probably won't be. Right, let's go ahead and snap up Zidane. I think this guy will have some potential, and I'd like to see him, you know, at his best. And he's only 3,000, which is absolute peanuts. So let's go ahead and snap up the young boy. There he is. No face. He's got no face. We have no idea what he looks like, but we'll find out right now. There he is. Is that what he looks like? Looks a bit off, doesn't it? But anyway, 18 years of age. He will be whacked into the lineup. Fred, Freddy could be an option. I mean, 32,000 isn't, you know, too expensive, and I feel like Fred is going to be around next season. You know, honestly, when Fred performs, like, look, this is one thing you will get out of Fred, unlike the likes of Pogba, is work rate. He will work his socks off, and I think when Ten Hag comes in, you know, there's room there for Fred to be in there and actually learn to be a proper DMF ultimately. Right, let's move on. Let's go for, well, we do obviously have AMFs. Let's have a look at those if you actually press the right button. Right, so we've got a few more options here. So we've got Hannibal the Cannibal. I think we've definitely got to go for him. 100%. I mean, he's cheap as you like. And there's a bit of a future here with this guy. I mean, look at that hair. You just got to get him just for the hair alone. Looks ridiculous, doesn't it? It's like spider head. But yeah, certainly 18 years of age, once again, a young boy. And the potential is there. The potential is there. And I'd love to come... Look, folks, we're going to come back to this playthrough in hopefully several months' time and look at some of these and go, blimey, Hannibal is now rated nearly an 80 or something. And go, yeah, you remember those days when he was rated pants? Yes, we do. All right, so there he is. Wonderful. He's going to be in the lineup. Snapped him up as well. Other players. I mean, someone like Juan Mata... Yeah, I mean, it's probably time for him to go. Lingard as well. I don't know if he's going to be around. I mean, Bruno Fernandes we can't get. And this is the thing as well with this playthrough, which I've kind of thought about and thought this would be fun because we're going to have to grind. We're going to have to grind if we want the best players in this squad. Ronaldo's, the Bruno Fernandeses, the Varans and stuff. You know, they're not exactly cheap to pick up. Right, now let's have a look at left mids and right mids. There are no left midfielders at Man United. Can you believe it? But there is wingers. All right, so these are our options. And yeah, also Jadon Sancho. He's 100,000. I mean, he would be a beast. Right, we've already picked up Elanga, actually. So, yeah, he's already been done, haven't we? We snapped him up. Why would we sign him again? Didn't we sign him already? That's weird. Hang on, now I'm having a bit of a brain fart. I thought we signed him at the beginning of the video. Bear with me here. All right, folks, yeah, we had bought him. I thought I was having a brain fart there. I'm like, why can I re-sign him? Well, I guess you can sign the same player many times. Right, so now we're going to look at right midfielders or right wingers. This is the only player that we have. Let's have a look. No, no one else is there. Why is... oh, I guess... The thing about Man United is they have players that are quite versatile. So, you know, you could technically play even Elanga on the left or the right. But the only option we have is obviously the young lads. So, let's go ahead and snap this guy up. Shishaya. I'm going to have to learn how to say his name because it's embarrassing that I just don't know what it is. But he's got decent acceleration, so actually really good balance for a young boy. So, once again, could be a lot of potential. But he is going to be on the right of the wing. I think we're going to play a 4-3-3 with two CMFs and an AMF. I don't want to go ultra defensive, but we can always change things up if need be later on. So there he is. At least he looks the part. He looks good. Mr. No Legs. Beautiful. Right, now let's have a look finally at some forwards. So, these are our options. Obviously, Ronaldo's not going to happen. Edison Cavani and 82,000 is a lot. And then we've got Melo. Right. I mean, I don't even know this guy, personally, to be honest. He's 21 years of age. Is there any stats that really jump out? Yeah, not really. He's got a bit of acceleration, a bit of speed. Physical contact's a 63. But other than that, no, blimey. This is going to be our hardest part, I feel. I mean, we could look at second strikers. Do we have any? We have absolutely none. That's woeful. All right, let's just put this back at none. And then do this by position. Yeah, so those are pretty much... Jeez Louise. That's pretty much our best forwards, isn't it? I don't know. I think we'll have to probably... I mean, there are other players that could technically play up there. Even Jesse Lingard, if we wanted to, could play more as a second striker. But not really. All right, let's... I'm going to get this Melo guy. I don't know a lot about him, but once again, he's a youth player. He's barely going to cost us anything. So we might as well go for it and train them. And that's ultimately the fun part of this playthrough is going to be training these boys, seeing how far they can develop. And there he is. Look a little bit like Bruce Lee, to be honest. Maybe he's got that kung fu style. And he's, what does he favor? Long ball counter? I mean, we could play long ball counter again. I quite like that style. Okay, so that's pretty much... Well, it's not, because I do have a few other players that we still need. But let me quickly show you now the lineup and the team we have, and then we can go from there. I don't know if there's going to be any gameplay in this, folks, but I wanted to get this series going show you the purpose of this playthrough, and then bang, we start playing the matches, earning GP, earning some, you know, some XP, Jeep, whatever, and then just start leveling. So let me show you. Hang on. All right, folks. I don't think you'd ever see this Man United team ever, but this is the start that we have. Now, we still have GP left, so we can still buy a few more. But obviously, the manager's not going to help here. I really need to get a manager, but I can't get Ralf Rangnick, and it's annoying that Ten Hag isn't in the game. So I don't really know what to do about the manager right now. But anyway, we've got Grant, Phil Jones, who's probably our most experienced player. And then we do still need a left back because Telles was around 30,000, and we need another centre back. We've got Dallo on the right. Then we're going to play Zidane in there, or Hannibal with... Oh, not sorry, he's not Hannibal. Hannibal's right there. Zidane, Iqbal, how do you say that? We'll go for it. Still need to get another centre mid. Then we've got Hannibal, who's going to be playing the AMF role. And then we've got the three lads combined of about age of 50. Very, very young. So Elanga and Shoreshire, and then Mellor up top. Brilliant team. So that's what we have. So we do still need to get a centre-back, a left-back, and another centre midfielder. Let's take a look. We've got Luke Shaw. I mean, we have to go for Telles, really, because I'm not spending that. So we're going to buy Telles. We've got no other option. I'm not spending 70,000 on Luke Shaw right now, right? So let's go ahead and snap him up. Bosh. Now, after a while, folks, if we do max out all the players, and I don't know how long it will take, we can always try this out with a different team as well. I mean, you can create many different Steam accounts and just, you know, start fresh if you would like. That's why I didn't want this to interfere with my other playthrough that I'm doing where I stream, and it's a lot more about, you know, you guys send me super chats and I've been buying some players. So, yeah, this is just something different, something fresh. Right, so Telles is going to be a left back. We still need a centre midfielder, ideally. And then obviously we've got to talk about the centre-back role as well. I don't want to spend 47,000 on McTominay. Fred, I think Fred might be the better option here. 32,000 for him. Pogba's not going to happen, as we know. We've got Lingard as well. But we've also got Hannibal, who's going to be playing as an AMF. So I honestly think Fred would be a decent player. He's more nimble as well. You know, there's a little bit more of the ball control and the dribbling for Fred. And he's got good stamina. So let's go ahead and snap him up for 32,000. And then we just need one final decision on who we go as our final centre-back. There is the Brazilian. Have a look at him. Ready? Oh, what is he doing with no hair? He's got a shaved head. Very nice, Fred. Looking the part. He's got his tattoo as well. All right, so he's going to be put into the squad. So we have 37,000 left for a centre-back. And the options are pretty much... I can't do Lindelof right now for 32k. It's going to be a stretch. We're not going to have anything left because we technically... I don't know, because we really do need a better manager. But who do we get? All right, we're gonna go for Fish. I know it's madness, isn't it? Fishy. We're going for him. There he is. 18 years of age. That's going to complete the starting 11. And we don't really have any substitutes, so we're going to have to work on those as well as the series progresses. But we'll have Jones and the Fish together at the back doing the business. All right, now let's go and have a look at the squad for a final time. We are going to have to level up a few players. It's going to ask us to do that as well. So we'll go ahead and whack Mr. Fish. There he is, a whopping 60 in there. We'll put Telles as the left back. And then we have Mr. Fred himself in there. That is our squad, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what we're going to be starting with. It's going to be a grind, but I look forward to it. Even playing the AI is going to be great fun on Superstar, playing with this team. So that's what we have, but we still, ideally, as I say, need a manager. Right, I'm going to have a look at some managers real quick. Someone cheap, very cheap, and then we'll see what happens. All right, folks, so I was looking at some managers. I've narrowed this down to pretty much like, well, I've gone for a 0 to 5,000. I do not want to spend a lot on this manager because ideally we do want to get the proper United manager at some point. Even if it is Ralf Rangnick for the time being, but he's too expensive. So we're going for 0 to 5,000, young players and sort of the coaching boost. And we're also going to change this to long ball counter. And I'm probably thinking this guy will be our best bet. Forita. Sounds good, doesn't it? And he's got a 65 in the long ball counter. It's nothing exceptional. Gives us a little bit of a boost by 100% for players under 24 years of age, which will help us out. And all the rest of these are very, very similar. And this guy from Vancouver. But honestly, it came down to the name. I like Forita. It sounds class. So let's go ahead and just snap this guy up. Why not? Give him a bash. It's not really going to help the team a whole lot, but at least it will give us the boosts that we need to level up those young players. So we're going to go to game plan. We're going to go to tactics, choose manager, and we're going to switch it to this guy. Yes, we are. Right, we're up to a 65. And as you can see, it's going to be lower for the other ones, but we're going to be playing long ball counter anyway. So we're on a whopping 65. And by the way, Tellez's form is an E. That's not great. And Alanga's is a D. So bad. And I don't even worry about too much on the bench players right now because, you know, what does it matter too much? Right, we're going to go to my team and we are going to level up someone. I don't know who, but a player. So why don't we go for, well, definitely a younger player. We do, I mean, we could do Alanga or Hannibal. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't matter. They're all going to get leveled up at some point. So we go to that level training. All right, so they're going to give us some experience points. Cool, blimey, that's going to put him up a lot, isn't it? Bosh. All right, so yeah, we can probably level up. Oh, well, we haven't actually got that much experience, but we had enough for one player there. Player progression. So now we can actually go here and we'll get up this to about an 80. And we can start bolstering up his stats. So a player like him, I mean, the stamina is going to be a key thing for all these players. But he's got to have really good dribbling stats. Simple as that. So, yeah, we're already going to start whacking that up. Finishing, I mean, low pass probably needs to be solid. Aerial strength, not too worried about it. So we'll go for that. I mean, that should put him up a decent amount. He's up to a 66, so there we go. There's the game plan. We're going to be going through these players and trying to level them up willy-nilly. Alrighty, so there's a look at the squad. Fantastic, up to a 67. So the way we're going to end this stream, it's not a stream, is it? No, it's a video. The way we're going to end this video is we're going to take on the AI on Superstar just to give them a bit of a bash, and then we'll start getting the matches going in the next episode. But I just wanted to get everything set up for you guys so you can see what's happening, what's the purpose of this playthrough, and then we just try and level them as we go. So we're going to dive into just the regular, whatever's going on right now, the events. We've got the League 1 going on right now. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to take the AI on Superstar, not playing Legend, no chance. And although the first match is against Beginner. All right, let me quickly play this. I'm not going to show you the highlights, it's pointless. And then I'll see you in the next game when we face the Superstar. All right, let's do it. All right, folks, so I had a thrilling time playing on Beginner. God, what a waste of 10 minutes. Seriously, I scored 2 goals or a goal, and then I just said, forget it. Just put the controller down. So the good thing is we can level up some players. So that's nice. As you can see, all the bonuses kicking in for all those young players. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and actually start leveling them up, and then we will finish this off with one match on Superstar, which I'm not expecting to go that well. It should be a challenge. And then we'll just sort of plow on in the next episode. So, I think we got to do fish a little bit, to be honest. So, we're going to go to level training, and we are going to rank him up. So, we'll put him up to level 10 there. Very nice. Then we can go to the player progression and put him up. Well, we got to definitely get this up. And now we go for this. So, you can see he's not the best. He's not the best. He's got a bit of speed now. I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot for us, is he? Well, whatever. That'll do. So, we'll whack that on him anyway. He's up to a whopping 73. Fantastic. Right, next we've got Mella. Mr. Mella. Sorry, I've just realised that I'm lucky I only did that. I've realised that Fish isn't even a centre forward. He's a centre back. So, okay, fair enough. I did get the speed and acceleration because I was about to put up his finishing and that would have been disastrous. Pay attention, Ricky. That might help. Okay, so let's do this again. Do we have any more? No, we can't. We can't do it. So, we're going to go ahead. I mean, for the time being, I don't know. Stats will obviously mean a lot, but let's go ahead and just do that. Put that up a little bit. But we do also need to get the playstyle up, but I don't really want to have this manager forever, but I would still probably fancy playing the old long counter. What's his on? 50? Well, let's just put that up to 70 then for the time being. And let's go for a little bit of stamina there on Shropshire. I know, that's not how you say his name, but it's what we're going for. All right, next player, Mr. Hannibal. What is he on? 38? Well, that's terrible. Let's just get that up to a 78. Okay, that's nicely done there. Mr. Zidane. Well, he's already on an 80 for the long counter, so that's good. Actually, I think we ranked him up, that's why. But let's go ahead, and he's going to be a centre midfielder. I mean, some of his defending stats maybe a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, well, I was going to do his dribbling a little bit more. Yeah, let's do his... Well, let's do his low pass. Forget the old low pass up there. All right, fantastic. Moving on. We got Dallo as well. What's his long ball counter on? 60? Well, let's get that up to... let's get it up to an 80. I'm going to focus on the playstyle to start with, and then we can worry about the stats more and more and more as we progress. But you've got to get that playstyle at a respectable level. Otherwise, the team's going to feel even worse than they normally feel. I'm intrigued to see how the Superstar match is going to go, because it's probably not going to be the best game in the world to watch. Probably very difficult for myself. But anyway, there's the team now. We're up to a 75 on the playstyle. So that's good to see. All right, so now let's go over and see who we are going to come up against. But yeah, let me know if you guys look forward to this, if you think this is something cool, something a little bit different. You know, it's more about progression, and it's more about just pretty much trying to improve the Man United team. And also see how well these young players develop, because I have no idea. We are taking on FC North. No. Okay, so I will see you guys in the lineup screen, because I will show you guys how the team looks, form-wise, and then we'll get right into the action. So without further ado, let's see how we get on. All right, so this is what we're up against. There they are playing that 4-2-3-1, a 59 play style, which isn't great. And this is what we have. And let's have a look at the form. And the problem with the form, folks, is we can't really do much about it. So for the time being, you know, Langa's pants, we're just going to have to leave him. I'm not going to bring any subs with us. Well, they're going to be there, but I don't really plan on using them. So, all right, well, that's the form. As you can see, we will put the defensive trait, though, on Fred. We'll make sure he stays back a little bit. Other than that, let's not even worry about it. So, without further ado, here we go. All right, here we go. Let's do this, and let's see how the boys perform. Maybe I should make myself a little bit smaller here, but this isn't wise doing this while I'm in the middle of playing. Oh, dear. All right, Koulibaly, that's a big guy. Right, well done, Mr. Fish. Now, let's see how we can do this, lads. We're going to have to try and work this forward as quickly as we possibly can. Get these lads involved. Teles, who's not on good form. Actually, I think it was the other match in beginner where he was on E form, which luckily it doesn't matter on beginner because the AI is so woefully bad. It's embarrassing. But anyway, Fish is coming to commit here. Here is Cyprien Bliss. Swings it outside to find Simon, and that is woeful. All right, here is Hannibal. Go on, Hanny. Go on, son. Oh, nice little run. Now, when you are dribbling, folks, I was testing it out, and R1 still works. R1 is still a really good way to dribble, so you kind of want to use that when you can to just start twisting and turning. Well done, Mella. That's quality, mate. Don't know why I dinked that over the top, but it does find Elanga. Cuts back, floats it through. Nice play, this, boys. Finish. Oh, ref, that should have been a penalty. He said, no, play on. And now a chance for Nantes to bring it forward. And it could be very vulnerable on the counter here. Ball swung around the other way. Okay, player switch, please. Thank you. Hannibal's there. And now a chance for Zidane. Tried to play that one through to Mella. Go on, challenge. Stick a foot in. Go on. Go on. Completely missed that, didn't he? Another chance. Well done, Zidane. Nice to see him getting involved. And a long ball over the top. Mella manages to flick this on. Bit of high pressing, although we don't really want to high press too much because before you know it, every single player is going to be knackered. That's a nice play there by Simon. Fred trying to hold him up, and that should go out of play. No, what am I talking about? He's done brilliantly well to keep it alive. Oh, jeez Louise. Now he can break with Elanga. Space in here for Hannibal. Right, who wants it back? Elanga, you want it? Yes, he does. Now square it. Lovely. Finish it off. Zidane. And a chance for the corner. Right, so we've got Tellez, who's pretty much our best player, to be honest. We could try the old stunning shot. Oh, it nearly worked out. Tellez will get there. Go on, Tellez. Oh, it was heading bottom corner. Comes back to Zidane. He went for the stunning shot as well. You might as well try it a few times. And now a chance for Nantes to bring this forward. Long ball down the line here. Blas. Jones just trying to hold him up. Still holding him up, and that's what you do. You don't dive in. You can't dive in, boys. Chance for another delivery. Fish does well this time. Fred, lovely pass to find Elanga. Now we've got space through the middle here. And the overlap is on. Oh, you jammy boy. But not really. It was good defending, to be fair. Blas. We're going to hold Fish. Blas once again. Simon. Ball up the line. Hold him up. Don't dive in. Don't dive in. And there we go. It's not going to be easy, folks. This is not... Oh, it's not going to be easy. But that's why I want to have a bit of a challenge, because you are seeing everyone with the same dream teams. They've all got, you know, ridiculously stacked. And I have one as well, of course, but... You know, I'm kind of floating here, actually, on the screen. Let me push myself down a bit. But overall, in the long run, it's going to be good fun, because once we start developing these players and enhancing them and seeing what kind of play style they can pull out, I think it'll be more enjoyable. There is a chance to play it through. Mullet. Go on, feed him off. There you go, Elanga. 1-2's on. Give it back to him. Oh, you forced it. You forced the pass. Oh, that's a late ball. Chance. Oh, try to open up some space. And it's a comfortable save by Lafont. So some will be against the AI. Some will play online for an absolute laugh, because it will be pretty funny playing against people with this team. They'll think, what on earth is this guy doing? Well, I'm trying to evolve my team. Leave me alone. All right, here we go. Chance for Zidane. Just took a little bit of a heavy touch there. I think we've got a chance to get in behind Nantes. We've done it a few times. It's just a case of just finding a little bit more space to line up the shot, because we are going to need, unlucky, a bit of time to power these finishes up. These players don't have the best stats. Here is Mutasami. What a name. What a name. No idea how to even say it. Castellito. Elanga's already knackered. Well, you're going to have to keep playing, mate. Can't take you off at this point. Koulibaly is actually a decent player in the air. I remember Koulibaly from PES League. When I commented many years ago, there was one player, I can't remember who it was, but he used Nantes. I think it was actually in co-op. Here we go. Watch this. We're going to fire this in. How good's the ball? And we'll take the corner, ref. No, he won't. But there was a player that was always using Nantes, and Koulibaly up top was the big man he was looking for, abusing that big, long man. Anyway, there's the shot count, half-time. We've had chances, folks, but we trail. So away we go for the second half. Need to step this up just a little bit, boys. I mean, who do you guys think will be the best player to pick up? You know, if we're going to pick up one more player once we've accumulated enough GP, do we go for someone like Jadon Sancho? Do we go for one beastly player, or do we try and pick up a few other players? Oh, that's nicely done. Oh, unlucky. The 1-2's on. Oh, it was on, but Elanga took a little bit too long. Tellez, comfortable control. Zidane, all through the legs there. 1-2's on. No, I didn't want to do that. I pressed R2, but it actually might work out. This time, oh, they take so long to shoot. They take a while to fire out the cannon. Fred just gave him an elbow to the face. Ref said play on. The one-touch interplay's on now. Here we go. Flick it on this time. Oh, come on, boys. We're so close. Tell you what, look more lively than the real Man United team, but look at that. One ball through the middle, and suddenly Fish has got his pants caught, but that's brilliant play by Fish. Yeah, that stamina, absolutely woeful. We can't take them off. We've got no one to bring on. I mean, we have got players to bring on, but they're not worth it. Hold on, Dallo. Shawshire. Little flick on. Mella. First time finish. And here comes, I'm going to say Simon, because it just sounds more French than Simon. Here is Salian, but well done, Dallo. And that's what we needed, a bit of experience in this team, combined with a lot of youth. I mean, having someone like Dallo and Telles and Fred in here, at least it's not all youth players right now. There's still a long way to go. Alanga. Oh, ref. Go on, Hannibal. Come across. Right, Chase. Come on, Mella. Get involved. I know he's got no stamina, but we've got 15 minutes left to play, and you're just going to have to survive. Go on, Fish. Well done. Good header. Hannibal. Couldn't quite find him. Fish once again. Dallo. Flick it on. This is it. This is it. Finish! Oh, I mean, it's not the best finish, but it's not the greatest save either. Bruce Lee. I'll tell you what, it looks like Bruce Lee in his prime. Yeah, nice bit of play. Nice turn here. Yeah, it's a pretty routine save. The goalie nearly fluffed that, actually, so bit poor. Do we go? I don't know. It's kind of pointless whipping this in, if I'm being honest with you. So I think we go for a bit of Telles magic. Here we go. Faster first. Ref will take the foul. I was going to say, is that still in the game where you can just bugger off? I mean, Telles doesn't have any of this right into his face, but yeah, they still got that way where you can kind of just run off and then the referee forgets what he's doing, but luckily this time he did bring it back for the foul. Right, now Telles does have the dipping shot. There's no point whipping this in. We're going for this. It's going to be Telles, and he nearly got it right. But not quite, and all that's happened now is we've got a bit of an issue here, defensively. Go on, Telles, stick a foot in. I mean, Nantes have not been great. We should have got a result out of this. It's been a little bit annoying, isn't it? Telles fires one high, looking for Shawshire. Couldn't find him. Alanga tries to stick a foot in. We've got 8 minutes to play. It's just, it's hard work. Oh, no. Mella. Why am I wanted to play that over the top, but then I was like, nah, it's not going to work. Dallo's got the wrong side of his man. Koulibaly. Well done, Dallo. Swings it round the other way. Right. Bit of high-tempo passing now. Hannibal. Nice little turn. Flick it off. Well, that'll do. Zidane. I've got nothing else on. Leave me alone. Lovely pass. Dallo. Whipping a good ball. Oh, keeper's fluffed his... Shawshire didn't want to stick a foot in, did he? Telles tries to get there first. Koulibaly. I'll tell you what, Nantes have stolen this game. Absolutely stolen it by a little bit of crossing and heading in the first half. And now we just don't have the quality up top right now to put the ball in the back of the net. We're going to have to work on Mella a little bit more. Oh, no. Don't concede now. Not another goal. Not another goal. Oh, that's a good save from the goalie. And that's... that's all she wrote, folks. Well, it's you know, it's a typical Man United start. A 1-0 defeat. But we should have won that. We had so many chances, and yeah, it was just the first half. That little ball in. There is the big man. I think that's Koulibaly, or Koulibaly, I want to say his name. I don't know what questions they're asking him. Probably, did you play well? And he said yes. So there it is, and there it is. 4 attempts to 8. Disappointment, lads. Disappointment. But anyway, we are going to rank up some players at least, as you can see. Very, very nice. And yeah, that's going to be the main purpose here. Just keep leveling, keep leveling. I mean, it's going to take some time. It's going to be a bit of a grind, but we will get there eventually. And we've got a little bit more GP added, as well as some training programs, which is what we're going to need. We're going to need those training programs as well. But anyway, folks, that's going to be the end of the first episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. That's kind of the purpose of what I'm trying to do and what I'm looking for. And just try and grow this Man United team and eventually just do something different. Because, you know, everyone's got the same teams with the best players, and I like to mix things up. So there's a look at what we're looking at. They look fantastic. Any tips and all that, you guys let me know. Let me know your thoughts below, and we will return with some more action. We will take people on as well. This will not just be me playing the AI, so we're going to mix it up, which should be even more fun. Anyway, till next time, subscribe for more. Take care.